Hello and welcome to the Nexus. Today we're going to be doing Fan Homes Build the Iron Man issue 1. Let's get going. Okay, so this is what you get. Here's the magazine. We'll have a look at that in a minute. Obviously, Fan Home. Sort of like a welcome letter sort of thing. I don't know if you can read that about it. You also get this as well. This is if you want to upgrade to the premium, so it's a £1 extra an issue, and you get the stand there that lights up, and they send you parts, so you sort of build the stand as well, and obviously that lights up. And then you also get this as well, which is, as you can see, a poster. That's a nice one as well. So on the back here you can see that it will have the flight flaps as well, and certain sections will light up. For scale, this is 1/4 scale, and what I can see at the moment is that it's exactly like the Mark III Hot Toys 1/4 scale Iron Man. So this is going to be part plastic and part die cast. So this is what we get in issue 1. Can you see that? So let's get it all open. Okay, so these are the parts that we need. Everything that we need to build this section is here. We also need a battery as well. With the magazine, movie special issue, as it says now. So the start of the magazine is obviously about the first movie and about him making the Mark I. Then we get the build instructions, which are here, and then we get the stuff about Iron Man from the comics. And then we see what we could get in the next issue. So the next issue we'll be building the foot, like that. And that is what we're getting. So let's crack on and build. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to take the screwdriver out, and the screwdriver it's a really nice screwdriver. Same colour, or thereabouts, more of an orangey colour, but it's a really nice solid one. We first need our let's have a look, our head here. Now this is die cast, and it's quite heavy. It's really nice. As you can see, that's die cast. Very shiny. And we need the support stand, which is just here. So I'm just going to push that up. This is also die cast. And we need EM screws. So all the screws are labelled, as you can see there. Can you see that? I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, so we don't need that one. We need the EM screws, which are these ones, in the little bag, which is nice. So we just need 2 of these, like so. And then what we're going to do is we have a guide pin on there. Don't know if you can make that out. There's a little guide pin in the centre, and then in there it's going to sit just there. I'm just going to line it up like so. And then the first screw. Second screw. There we go. That bit's in there. The next bit, we're going to have the wiring, and this is very familiar because the Hot Toys version is exactly the same in sort of most ways, really. Yeah, so this is going to sit here in this opening, just here. So, just like that. So we're going to sit it in here. We're going to use EM screws on the top section just here. That screw just there. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and do. So I've brought the camera down a bit more. So as you can see, it just it does just sit in there. Just there. So we need now is our clear visor and our light holder. So the clear visor will obviously go along here. It does have it sort of goes within the shape, and it just clicks in to place like so, like that. That's all we do. Then what we're going to do is I'm just trying to think now what we're going to do. Okay, so we're going to push the lights just through these little holes here, as you can see. Grab the other one if I can. It doesn't matter which way they go in, sort of like that. Then we're going to use EM screws again to screw this in place. So this, I don't know if you can see it, so there's a little groove higher that will fit on that section just in there. So this will go in here like so. Just in there, just trying to see if I can, that's it. And then we'll use EM screws to screw that in, and just like that, as you can see there, so it's all screwed in now. So that's where we are at the moment. Next we're going to get our base plate, which is this is plastic right here, and we're going to grab our this disc just here. This just goes over the top like so. And we're going to use AP screws. So let's have a look. I've got some AP screws just here. I don't know if you can make that out. Can you make that out? There you go, AP screws. So we're going to use the 3 screws, I should say. Also remember that we get a spare screw for every one, just one, so keep that in mind. Whoop. There we go. There's one. This screwdriver is really nice. Oh, there we go. There's another one. And there's another one. Like so. Now what we're going to do is we're going to place this on our head somehow. I'm just going to try and figure out how. We actually need this section. This is also die cast, and this just goes in here like so. Just sort of clicks in. We're going to use some EM screws to just got one too many there. I'll use EM screw just in the top sections just here. So just in here. There we go. Another one on this side. Like so. So it's like that. Now what we need is we need these, and we need our little section just here. Just going to grab it. So be careful with this bit because it's fairly small. This is going to go onto here, like so, and it can only go on one way. There is little grooves on it, so I'm just going to point that out. So as you can see, it's not a full circle. It's got a notch out of it, and the back of this also has a notch, so you can only get it in one way. which is good. So it only goes in like that. We're going to use a BP screw. Look at that EM one. So there it is. We're just going to screw this right down on the top, like so. So that's like that. Then what we're going to do is we're going to place this in here like so. So as you can see, that sort of moves. So what we're going to do now is grab our head section here. We do have a switch in here somewhere. There it is. So the little switch just here. And we're going to use a BP screw again. And we're going to screw this in place just in there. So that's what I'm going to do now. Okay, so that was very, very fiddly. I'm just going to take that out so you can see. It's in there. It was nice and fiddly. Make sure when you're putting that, you put it facing downwards so the switch can be pushed. And everything. So we're just going to make sure that that is in the little groove there. That's it. And we're going to marry these two together. So just make sure that is like that, and then this just literally goes together. Just keep making sure that is right. Yep. And then EM screws. I didn't want that to happen. But EM screws are going to go into the base here. I'm going to do that. Okay, so we've done that, and the head's fairly heavy now. It's obviously die cast, which is nice. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put the battery in. So let me get the battery out, and I've got some tweezers just here, and positive is that side. So this should, in theory, just fit somewhere. That's it. So I don't know if you can see that, just there, and you can see the lights coming on. So that's really nice in there. Next we just obviously this is just magnetic, so okay, so this is just the magnetic section here, and that just goes on like that. There we go, that one's in there. Now what we need is our battery cover, which is just here, and we need an EP screw to fit that in. Now before I go any further, these are 3-volt batteries, as you can see there. These are not the LR44s, which are 1.5. You could probably fit a few more batteries in there, probably another 2. The problem is you'll have overload on this, and you could get battery leakage as well. So there is that factor as well. But this is the battery cover. Now this just reminds me so much of Hot Toys, and just how the battery cover sits, how it lights up, how it looks. Yeah, so it just seems to be really Hot Toys inspired. Now, just going to put this in here, like so. As you can see, they are my dogs walking about, if you can hear them. So the next bit we need to do is visor. Once again, it's die cast. I don't know if you can hear that. There you go. That's die cast. So what we're going to do is grab the visor section just here, like so. It does just click in, but we're going to screw it in with an EM screw. Just going to go in just here. Oh. And we've got his little mouth covering it as well, which is all textured, which is really, really nice. I don't know if you can see that. Just there, hang on. There we go. It's all sort of textured. So there is that. So that's just going to sit just in there like so. Another EM screw, and this issue is done. So there we go. All to do now, I'm just going to place this on his head. So the best way to do this, you've got a little catch here, and there's a catch on his chin. Oh, there goes the light. There's a catch on his chin just in there. So always put the faceplate on like that. Otherwise, if you put it from the top, it won't sit. So this is very much Hot Toys inspired. And there we go. There's our Iron Man head. And we can turn the light on. There we go, like so. Let me turn this light off and you can see it a little bit better. There we go. There we go. Oh. I know it's bright enough, I believe. I know some people have said that they would like it brighter maybe. But I think that's bright enough. And just like that. So that's the head. It will be on a ball joint, a little ball joint as well. But yeah, I am, as you can see now, that is a bit wobbly. Maybe if we, you know, there's a washer in there or something we could put to tighten it up. But it is what it is. And if you've ever owned a Hot Toy, you will know that this is exactly how the battery compartment is and how the batteries are put in. There would normally be a little switch here if it was Hot Toys one, but we have the switch at the side, which is nice, and I'm really pleased with that. Obviously in issue 2 we'll be doing the foot. I can't wait to get going and build him. So there it is, issue 1. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.